Hi educators! In this short video, I'm going to walk through an example lecture using the virtual presenter function of the VERT system. I'll start by loading the VERT software and loading a patient file. When using the virtual presenter function, you must select the patient file and machine you use when creating the virtual presenter. For this example, I used the prostate IMRT patient file and the Varian IX machine. Once the patient file is loaded, I'll select the virtual presenter function and find the slideshow I created earlier. As you can see, there are now a number of slides available within the VERT system. Instead of presenting from PowerPoint and then moving to the VERT system to demonstrate the concepts, the virtual presenter function allows you to integrate the VERT into your teaching practices. This particular slideshow covers the anatomy of the male pelvis and simulation and treatment planning for prostate cancer. You can easily create a slideshow that meets your teaching needs. In this virtual presenter, I've included an introduction slide to introduce the topic, radiation therapy of the prostate. I've then included a slide taken from a PowerPoint presentation on the anatomy of the male pelvis. Here I can discuss pertinent structures and their anatomical relationships. I can also move the virtual presenter window and change its size to better visualize the slide. I can then move on to simulation. Again, this is a slide taken from a PowerPoint presentation. It allows me to discuss the patient's position and immobilization with an image that cannot be visualized within the VERT system. Next, I can discuss treatment planning. And as I've just discussed the anatomy of the male pelvis, I can use the VERT to visualize the contours of the organs at risk in radiation therapy of the prostate. These slides are essentially screen captures taken with a patient and equipment in a position that allows for visualization of the contours. This is where the VERT system gets the most use. With the virtual presenter function, all of the capabilities of the VERT are available, so I can manipulate the patient and the equipment as usual. I can then discuss the dose delivered to the organs. Again, I can start with a general dose map and zoom in to see the dose distribution. Here I've also included screen captures of the dose distribution in the axial direction and the sagittal direction for reference. Then I can discuss treatment planning technique of IMRT with an image. And lastly, I can display the IMRT beam arrangement for this particular patient and visualize the path of the beams through the anatomy. Again, I can manipulate the software to better visualize the path of the beams. I always include a slide for questions at the end. However, if a student has a question during the lecture, I can advance or return to a slide in the list. In this case, I include what I call a default slide that returns the VERT to a neutral position. This concludes the example lecture. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this video was helpful.